Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go. Right out of the gate on this Hump Day Wednesday. And after another very warm afternoon anticipated today, we do have some fast-changing weather conditions beginning tonight into tomorrow. We've got our next fall cold front on the way. We're talking about a chill down. We're talking about a pretty stiff north wind, and we are talking about some rain chances as well. The updated rain timeline, I'm going to get you caught up on that here over the next few minutes as well. But again, let's go and talk about that warm afternoon we are anticipating today. This would be your planner. And again, you can see quickly, we're going to push into the 80s. In fact, we'll be topping out in the mid 80s through this afternoon. I think we're basically dry here in the Metroplex, but notice by 8 p.m., there's a 20% probability beginning to show up of a couple showers. In fact, even as we go through the evening, there may be a few showers around. We're going to talk about that. And then there is that more than likely opportunity of rain through most of the day tomorrow, Thursday. And again, we'll discuss that coming up here momentarily. This is where we started the morning, though. These were the morning lows out the door. And again, you can see it was another, we'll just call it fairly mild, kind of balmy start, pretty humid out the door. Again, you can see a lot of locations there in the mid to upper 60s. In fact, DFW at 68, again, earlier this morning. Dallas Love Field, 69, again, was the morning low. So radar review now quiet here in North Texas, quiet around the southern plains, but take a look off to the north. You see that blue line beginning to show up. And that is our next cold front. It's just now moving into parts of northwestern Oklahoma, but it will begin to accelerate as we go through the afternoon, and that will be arriving in North Texas as we go through the latter part of the evening. And then as we go through tomorrow, there'll be kind of a secondary push of some cooler air coming in. Like I mentioned, a pretty stiff northerly wind, and then we will also have an opportunity of some rain building in. It's really a 1-2 punch setup here as we head into tomorrow. And what I mean by that is, number one, we've got a big storm trough, right? You can see this off to the north. That's pushing the cold front and some of the chillier air into the area. Okay, well, that's interesting as it is. But then we also have a little surge of moisture coming up out of the Pacific through parts of Mexico. This is what we call the subtropical jet stream, and that's going to move up and over that cooler air moving in. And that's why we're going to have that better opportunity of rain tomorrow. Notice right here, this shield of precipitation. Watch as we go forward in time. Watch how that moves up and over the area. So that's going to be our rain chance for tomorrow, Thursday. We basically dry out as we go through Friday. You can see we stay relatively kind of cooler heading into the weekend. Temperatures about where they should be. Then you notice more of a ridging pattern. That'll be some milder air beginning to build in as we get into next week. But we have one more little disturbance. You see it right there. That's going to be arriving for the middle part of next week. That will also give us another opportunity of rain. So over the next 7 to 10 days, the opportunity of rain will be on the upswing. But let's go and time this out, right, as we go through tonight, as we go through tomorrow. Now, number one, this afternoon, as I mentioned, we're going to be completely quiet, right? In fact, generally sunny as we go through the day. But here we go, heading into the evening, as that front begins to approach from the north, a few isolated showers can't be ruled out. Right now, I think it's only about a 20% probability as we go through the evening. And then as we go through tonight, as we go through tomorrow, here comes that little wave of energy up behind the cooler air. And again, you can see as we go through tomorrow, it's not going to rain every minute or every hour of the day. But will there be passing rain showers around? And again, the answer to that is yes. We'll begin to taper this off early on Friday. Then we'll begin to clear it out as we go through Friday afternoon. But there is rain on the way. But how much rain is on the way? Look at rainfall projections here. This is going to be a pretty light rain, right? We're not really anticipating heavier rain. A good 1/4 of an inch, maybe a 1/2 an inch is going to be pretty common. You can see totals looking a little bit better down to the southeast, not anticipating any severe weather. Maybe a rumble of thunder or two, but again, like I mentioned, nothing severe. So highs in the 80s, pushing the 90s in our western counties today. It's going to be a very humid afternoon. Look at that. There's your dew point numbers through the 60s. And again, you can see if you are making evening plans, there's that low end 20% opportunity. The deeper we get into the evening, that overnight lows here in the 50s, so chilling down as that front does begin to move through, and then temperatures dropping into the 50s as we go through tomorrow, Thursday. Again, with that likely opportunity of rain in progress. We do taper off the rain chances on Friday, kind of a cooler weekend, and then there it is. You can see by the middle part of next week, that next opportunity of rain building back into the area. We'll have more on all of this as the hour rolls along.